interest in VFK. This is Fairy Fanatic, and I have something planned today that I think you'll really like. First of all, let's go ahead and look at what the newsletter says. It talks about a contest boutique. Now what this is if you enter any of their building contests that you have, I'm not quite up to that yet, but my friend does this a lot, and if you enter it, then if you win, you get contest points. Now that's different. You can also win an actual place in the contest, but everybody who participates gets contest points. And even if you never win and never place in any of the building contests, you can build up these contest points and actually get something pretty neat from the contest boutique. So that's what this is all about here. Also, there was a Tiki Teleporter Ride event, and I didn't go on. It's got this cute little leopard chair, though. Oh, I wish I'd gone. And they had the Bondi Beach party today, and that's a kind of an old surfing type beach place that they open up every now and then, especially in the summer. This is getting kind of late in the summer, but they are going ahead and opening it up, like once a week or so. So that's what that is all about. All right, this here is today's fortune. Today is a good day to go swimming. I guess that's because they had the Bondi Beach open. All right, let's close that. And I thought what I would do is start my fairy quest. I've been dying to do that, and I keep talking about it, but all talk, no action. And actually it's scrolling up here, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and start the fairy quest. This is the Lion Zoo quest. Okay, we want to exit this one. We never finished that one. But, I'm wondering if we should go finish that or not. I guess we go ahead and exit it. We'll do that another time. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start the fairy quest. Let's try again. This should work. There it goes. All right, this is what they call an epic quest. You can also get to it over here under the Q button, and it brings up current quests and epic quests. You have to click on the epic quests, and it gives you all of these choices. Now, this is to be a wizard. This is to be able to change what you look like. They call it Twilight Enchantment. This one is for a tiger. You can also get the Fairy Enchantment, which we're going to start today, and Merfolk Enchantment. This is just plain Twilight Enchantment, being able to change into something else. This is the actual tiger morph for that particular enchantment. I think this one's a wolf here, that you can change into a wolf. Yeah, see, they have become a wolf start now. This is the Space Enchantment and the Transportation. Now, I think this is for an alien. Anyway, we're not going to do that today. We're going to do the fairy, and then we'll try the other ones here when we get a chance. Let's close this over here. So let's get started. This is the first step in the quest. Welcome to the VFK Legends and History Epic Quest. This is the start of your epic quest for fairy enchantment. Yay. Okay, the first day's journey will explore some of the early history regarding fairy lore and other legends. Your reward for completing this first stage of the epic quest will be 1,000 credits and your first legend pin, the Sword and the Stone. So let's get started. Let's see, small magical creatures have been referenced in folk tales and legends from most of human history. Different cultures have their own versions of the little people, and stories are found dating back to the beginnings of all branches of the Teutonic and Celtic or Celtic peoples. Because there have been times that the different peoples did not communicate with each other, the stories are thought to predate the origin of these different groups. The beings which are the most common across history and cultures are called hallowed folk. I don't think that's it. Fairies, that's promising. Calla people, mantises, and okay, I think this is going to be fairies. I think we're safe there. Correct. All right, so continue. One of the major differences in the stories about fairies is their size. Legends and myths portray these supernatural beings as every size from normal human size to tiny enough to go through slits under doors and keyholes. To be a very small size yourself, go to Stonehenge and tell everyone, I am fairy size. All right, let's copy this. We know we need to do that. And continue. Now we're going to go to Stonehenge. Go over here, we click the map, and let's head over to Stonehenge. That's going to be in this, on this medieval map. Let's go to Stonehenge. I'm going to go down here and put this into the field. I am fairy sized. Now I don't remember seeing any punctuation, so let's try this. Ah, that did it. Okay, while you are in Stonehenge, you may be interested in knowing that part of the tradition of this mystical place is believed to be constructed around 2800 BC. Is that good fairies come out and dance and frolic on the shortest night of the year. Shakespeare wrote a play about this magical night that is all about fairies being playful and pulling tricks on humans. This well-known play is called, and we know this one, A Midsummer Night's Dream. Correct. Press continue to advance to the next task. Quest. Okay. Sydney Opera. Okay. One famous place where they perform Shakespeare's plays is at the Sydney Opera House. While you are being small and fairy-sized, go to another place where you are fairy-sized. Go to the Sydney Opera House and say, when does the Shakespeare play start? I'll copy this. Now this works for all the quests. I mean, this particular process, except for the picture quests, we've done one of those already. Okay, we're going to go to the Sydney Opera House. That is in Australia. So we have to go over here to Australia. Almost got in Victorian age. Okay, we're not going there. We're going to go to Australia. Ah, here we go. Sydney Opera House right here. And when we get to our fairy enchantment, we're going to go a lot faster than we do now. We can go to these different places much faster. You've probably seen the fairies zipping around. Now, this room has some very inspirational type music because it's an opera house. All right, so let's go ahead. Put this in. Shakespeare used many legends to enhance his writing and make his stories more exciting. Besides the fairies, what are two other popular legends he used in his plays? Let me see. Witches in Macbeth and Ghosts in Hamlet. Ghosts in Macbeth and Witches in Hamlet. Trolls in As You Like It, and Ogres in The Taming. Okay, fairy frolic. I don't know what that is. Goblins in Much Ado About Nothing, and Vampires in Macbeth. Vampires and Witches in Hamlet. Oh gosh, I don't know my Shakespeare. Witches, ghosts. I think it's one of these two here. And I'm just going to have to take a wild guess at this. I think it's Ghosts in Macbeth and Witches in Hamlet. Let's try that. Incorrect. All right. So what we do, you'll have to restart part of your quest. I think we just have to go back and say this in the room. Let me see. Well-known play, Midsummer Night's Dream. We're already in the room here. We already have this copied. Let's try it again. That's what happens, what you have to do when you get the wrong answer. I'd help if I hit enter, huh? All right, here we go. Do you want to try this one, the top one? I think this is probably better. Ah, there we go. Now, see, don't know Shakespeare. Need to have a classical education. It's very important. I don't have one, and I'm reminded of it constantly. Okay, while you were still fairy-sized, venture into the Australian outback where Dreamtime legends tell of fairy-like beings called Mimis. These Australian fairies of Arnhem Land were said to have very thin, elongated bodies. They spend most of their day in crevices of rocks to protect themselves, as they were thought to be in danger of breaking if exposed to a high wind. Oh, that's neat. The Aborigines' beliefs say that these Mimis taught them to hunt kangaroos and prepare their meat for food. Go to the third Australian outback room and say, "Hey Mimis, what's for dinner?" Okay, third, get the question mark here. Whoops. You're not supposed to get the quotes. And say, "Hey Mimis, what's for dinner?" All right, third outback room. Now, outbacks, we can get to the outback that way, but it's longer, so let's just go back to the map. And even though we have to kind of go ahead and limp along here over to Australia, and third outback, that's right over here. It's going to go down. Let's not fall into any of these places that'll make our journey longer. So we're going to third outback. You know, I could ride my horse and do this. That would be faster. Well, I'll probably do that in the next one. All right, let's go ahead and put this in. And there we go, our next question. Another appearance on the stage by fairies occurs in a famous Gilbert and Sullivan musical. In this musical production, blah, blah, blah. Okay. This musical highlights the belief that is held by many cultures that legendary beings married regular mortals and that their children had a mixture of supernatural powers. I actually know the answer to this. I'm very familiar with this particular musical. The name of the musical is Iolanthe. Correct. Press continue to advance to the next step of the quest. Okay, tell me a Dreamtime story, and where do we go? Oops. Get the period. I'll just stick it on when I get there. And we have to go, I would read this, but we're getting a little short on time. We have to go around to the back of the opera house. All right, let's go. Back of the opera house. I'm going to go back to this because it takes longer going through the rooms. All right. Opera house. Doesn't show the back, so I have to guess we just have to go down here and go around the back. That's a pretty place, the Australian waterfall. It's beautiful, and of course the zoo down there is amazing. Okay, let's go over here. I'm guessing that this is around the back. Now, I know there's several rooms around the opera house, and I think this may be the back and not actually the side. So let's try this. I have to put my period in. Ah, it is. Okay, so this is the Australian back. Okay, another interesting belief is a legend where the Noongar believed that the darling scarp represents the body of a, well, anyway, waggle. A waggle is a being that resembling a snake that meandered over the land, creating lakes, rivers, and waterways. It is believed that the waggle created one of the rivers in Western Australia. The name of this river is, oh my, I don't have any idea. Does anybody know? Can anyone help me? Should we try Murray River, maybe? I have no idea. Let's try this. Incorrect. Okay. Well, we know this is Iolanthe, and we know we have to say this here in this room. We'll give it another try. Either that or I'd have to go to the internet and look it up, and I don't want to try to take the time to do that. Let's start at the top. Sorry. Okay. Iolanthe. Continue. Done that one. Blackwood. That wasn't correct. Oh gosh, it's probably going to be the last one. I guess I have to do this again. Let's go for Swan. I really don't think it's going to be Amazon. It was the last one. Good heavens. Let's see, there's so many legends. Just to test, we're running short on time. Test out this legend, go to the fountain at the castle entrance and stand next to the fountain and say, come here. Nice little water sprite, I won't hurt you. All right, so let's go to the fountain at the castle entrance. And that is castle, 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 medieval age, castle entrance. That's right here. And I guess we say this here. Okay, other cultures have water-related legendary beings as well. I'm looking at the time, and I'm going to go ahead and stop on this question, and we'll finish the quest in the next episode. Thank you for joining me, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.